Hi, this is Colin from Watch Off the Cuff. Today we're going to do a quick battery change on this Ladies Fossil watch. The model number is ES3545. So let's get to her. All right, let's take a look at this thing. So the first thing is, in this case, we've got some quick releases here. So we're just going to take one of those right off. And we're going to get that out of the way right there. So you got a couple of things you can do here. You could use a case knife in this case and come into the side here. It's a little bit protected here. In a case like this, I have a, a hand lever that I have marked here, and I've got it wrapped in some tape, and I usually just come into the side. In this case, it's easier. Once I use it to pry like this, I do not use them again to remove hands on a watch anymore. Anyway, so that's why that's like that. We'll take a look here. We'll take a look inside, and we have an SR 621 SW. Now, right off camera, I have a chart that just tells me which that is going to be. An SR 621 SW is a 364, sort of the European way that they get numbered. So I'm going to grab a battery, and we'll get a new one in there. So what I'll do is I will come in here, and it's not a bad idea to just stabilize the movement a little bit here. It's just spring loaded here, but like, why on earth would you take a risk or whatever? And out it pops, so we're good there. So let's get a SR6W. You can see I've got my finger cots on here, and we're making sure that we do not touch the inside of the watch with our fingers. So I'd actually like, so it's a little bit spring loaded here. The spring is right here. So I can just gently press it in from the side here and press down. I'm using a Bergeon probe. And the part number on that, if you're interested, is the 7010. And it's just a thing. So just make sure that's secured there. What I like to do as well is we'll pop off this gasket here. Again, I'm just going to give it a little bit of push, and out it comes. And we'll just pop that in there. There's a bunch of different lubrications you can use to do the gasket. This is silicone 7, very common. I stock this in my store. You can get others, generic, silicone-based grease designed for watches will work as well. And there's a whole bunch of other formulations you can get as well. 9 times out of 10, the silicone 7 is just going to be just fine. So anyway, so we've got that together there. And everything else looks really, really clean. Sometimes you have to go around and clean the seat because it's gunky, just with sweat and oils that build up there. So there's a couple things before we take this. So we're going to need to go to the press. Now we want to make sure there's a divot here, and that's got to line up here to make sure that when this case doesn't come down, it doesn't crush the stem. So we're going to bring it over. And of course, in this case, we've got the little tab there that we use to open it. So it's pretty clear which way it needs to go. So sometimes, you can just press that together. One of these watches like this, of this style, I know full well it's going to be very difficult to press it. There's a couple of things we want to be careful before we take it to the press, though. These little crystals that are in here, if you press against them, they can become loose and drop out. So this has got a very thin bezel. We want to make sure when we're using the press, we don't put any pressure on the crystal itself. So it's going to be a kind of a delicate balance in here in terms of trying to go as gently as we can. We'll put a cloth on it as well, but just be careful when you're going to put any pressure against any of these stones. They're usually just set in with glue. So just even pressing on them sometimes can dislodge them. Anyway, so let's go over to the press, and we'll press this on. All right, so we'll get this ready to go. This one we'll use for the bottom. The idea is, we'll just bring it over here for a quick second into view. The idea is, I'll just pop that off for now. That was foolish. I think I'd bring that case back with me. Anyway, so that this one right here, we're going to do this on the bottom, that is going to fit, and it's just around the edge of that outer bezel, just touching the crystal, so we're not going to put any pressure on the crystals that are in the bezel. So we're going to put that on the bottom. And why am I still holding that? I'm going to move that over here. And we've got this one size for the top. We'll take a look here. We're just going to match that as close as we can there. And we're going to lay down cloth here. And we're going to get the watch into place. I'm going to turn it towards me a little bit here. Hopefully we can get a reasonably good view still on the camera. And I'm just going to make sure that I'm going to line up that notch we talked about earlier. And there, and make sure it looks good over here as well. Quick look, pull it out a little bit. Just want to make sure it's absolutely centered. Looking good. Gonna line that straight up. There we go, gentle pressure. And let's go back to the bench. We'll put the end of the bracelet back on and set it, and we're good to go. All right, we're just getting a little bit of junk accumulated here on the bench. Get that out of the way. Get rid of this case knife, which we didn't use anyway. Get rid of the extra die. And now we can just fold this back over, and it's got a nice quick release on there. So we'll just be able to pop it in the one side there. Line it up. Trim it flat so you can see it as best as possible. And we'll just push in that little tab. Kind of doing a blind with my other hand, but a little further. And we'll take a look to make sure that's gone in. Oh, it seemed too easy. There we go. So there we have watch ready to go. We just need to set it now, and we'll be all set. So it's good practice since we don't know whether it's AM or PM in terms of the date. I usually put it down to 6:30. We just pull it to the first position there, and we just roll over, which today is the 16th of February. We're just going to roll to the 15 here. So it's that I'm going to pull out all the way, and then I can roll it over until we get 16. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And there we go. Now we know we're in AM. And it happens to be the afternoon when I'm doing it. It's almost 1:30 here. So let's bring it up to 1. There we go. So we're all set. Back in business. All right, so that was pretty straightforward on the battery change. Just as a quick recap, I ended up using this lever from Horatech to open it. The part number for that is MSA 05.007. If you're interested in that, the battery I ended up using was a Renata 364. I ended up using the Bergeron 7010 polyamide stick to hold it down. I ended up using, I have several sets of screwdrivers. My offset or my inexpensive set of screwdrivers, I am using a 1mm screwdriver to gently get the battery out. And I ended up using this press over here made by Horatech, although you could use another press. It doesn't have to be quite as fancy, which is here. I could have had that set up. Something like this would have probably done the job just as well. And I think that's all the stuff we used. Thanks again for watching. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please consider being a member. I think that is it. Until next time, cheers. Thanks, everybody.